This time on Junkyard Revival, it's a $20 Junkyard Holley. Will it work? Let's find out. Channel favorite 82 K10 is back. What are we doing?
Swapping carburetor?
Because we have a few carbs that are untested yet. No. So while it still runs, before we drop everything out, we're gonna fiddle with some carbs first, then trans comes out. Elda junk.
Yeah, they work good. They're just, you know.
They're not for the guys that want to hold the screwdriver and fiddle with it to get it fully right. It's an out-of-the-box, drop it on.
You want to plop it on there and you want it to run, then that's
Elda Brock is the way to go. A lot of the Elda Brock guys are going to be really upset with that comment, but, you know, sorry, boys. We don't like them around here. We like the Hollies. So, what, we're going to be trying out a 600 and then a 670, right?
No.
Correct.
Okay. So, for this is, ironically enough, the 600 that came off that 305 from the Monty from the Boneyard.
Yeah?
I didn't fully realize he grabbed that one, but, you know, it seemed like it was a functional, good carb that, you literally said it's like brand new, right? Oh, yeah. There's like 5 miles in that thing. Yeah. No, it looks very surprisingly clean. So, that's a good thing. We'll see if, toss her on there, see if that works. And then, then we'll throw the 670 on, which is for the engine. That's going in the Impella. Yeah. So here's the engine that 670 is going on. It probably looks completely different, but this is that 350 that we just did a teardown video on a few weeks ago. So not trying to give too much away, but she's a healthy unit. Wow, that is janky as heck. Don't even need the pick.
Oh.
And our kickdown is disconnected. Just like that.
Having vacuum lines on the back of this, no? Yeah, should be like pretty straightforward. Just plop this thing right off there. This is actually the second Brock Performer carburetor that I've owned.
Why only two?
I don't know.
Never liked them enough?
The first one came to me second hand, but it was brand new in the box still.
Oh!
And that went on the 305. That ended up in the silver Chevy, my 79.
And was that
And it, yeah. I don't know, that
wasn't very good.
Yeah, even though I stabbed a cam in it, that engine just was not very impressive, but the truck had 273s in the rear, so
that's probably why.
Didn't help. I mean, motor ran good, it just, she didn't seem like she had much gumption.
Fourth bolt. This should be good to come off then, right?
Yep.
Hello, edible.
Oh, gaskets are detaching. Okay, clear. Want the other bolt? Another bolt?
Sure. That's just temporary. We'll just do that for now.
Yeah, don't hold her on.
The other two, yeah, we can like jam stuff on there and stuff. Okay. Oh, that's as far back as it will go. This does also have adjustment for the secondary throttle plates back here. There is a screw in there, which this was an early way of them doing 4-corner idle circuits. Now, that looks like that may be set right because of you got your transfer ports here, and basically that helps with your off-idle fuel and air circuit. You always want them closed off at idle, and that's why we're trying to accomplish this with even our primary side, which we're still kind of having some slight difficulties here.
You also have to look for it too, because the electric choke will also interfere with that being open. So, because it looks like, is that still?
Okay, there we go.
Now is it fully closing? Yeah. See, I ran into that a few times too, where if you're not paying attention, sometimes it's better to just completely disconnect the electric choke and then reset it back up, because you'll run into that if you're not paying attention. The electric choke will actually hold, because basically the way the electric choke works, it'll actually hold the front set of butterflies open, which allows it to come up on the high idle when it first fires up when it's cold out. So you kind of got to pay attention to that too, because basically if you leave that closed and you try to set your idle screw and you're like, you can't get it to idle down where it needs to, check your electric choke. We willing to put money on. Basically, it's still set up like that. Now is it actually looking right?
Yep.
Okay, see? Yeah. Ran into that a time or two before.
All we did to this carb is pretty much use some compressed air, blew a bunch of stuff out, pulled plugs on both the front and rear float bowls, but other than that, we
throwing it right on.
Yeah.
Not even touching it.
This is almost as found off salvage yard car condition.
And that's why we're going to be doing a video on it, see if it works, and then also it's a little video on basic tech on setting up a carb, and we're going to see if it works, because, you know, carburetors on a budget, because they're expensive nowadays.
Yeah, like this carburetor here is what, over $600?
Yeah, I think
today's money. Well, this is hanging out too far, so.
Oh, let me see.
So what I can do, we don't even have to take that off there. Let me
You
get
just
my
want to get
other
your other
adapter.
one?
I'll just get my other adapter, and we're not even gonna.
Yep. One of the tricks I'll talk about for your carb gasket, and it's going to sound ridiculous when I say it, and I actually got this from Thunderhead 289, Luke. He, brilliant idea, honestly. If you have a gasket that you're putting on and you know the carb's going to be coming off, on and off, take grease. Yes, grease. Lather all sides of the gasket so it won't get stuck the way this one's stuck.
We're just cleaning up some of the funk off of this adapter. All kinds of companies make them. This one's Mr. Gasket. I mean, heck, you know, I remember when I was a teenager and first started out monkeying around with this stuff, go into your auto parts store, be hanging on a card, you know, all vacuum sealed up, and they're usually like 12, 15 bucks, something like that. I'm sure it's like much more these days.
Yeah, try 50 or 60 nowadays.
I like
It's
the good old
ridiculous.
days. It was cheaper. But you know what's even better? Secondhand.
Yeah, you're right.
So what, this has been sitting in a box for what, 20 years?
So,
What, this? No, this came with that Holley carburetor off of that Monte Carlo.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we robbed her for all she was worth. Okay.
okay.
That is snuggeted.
Nah, I don't know about the whole car, but
Yeah, she was pretty roached out.
the Turbo 350 was good, Nick, though. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah? Yeah, I actually thought about that when I was there. It's like,
Should I?
Okay. Oh, yeah, look at that. Shipment. So I guess another important thing to remember, too, is when you're getting your bolts on, you're getting the carb snug down, don't hammer home one. Kind of bounce around and tighten them progressively all together as a unit, kind of do a cross pattern.
because you can break base plates if you're not careful.
You can break base plates, you can mess up gaskets, all that kind of stuff. So just be vigilant on how you're doing that. Yeah. So when you were hooking up the new Holley, did it also have the plugs in it like that, or was it actually a sight glass one, like for the comparison?
Well, a lot of the 4160s came with these plugs.
Okay. Used to everything
That
on here,
fuel
but
doesn't look all that good. I think we got some rustification going on in that tank.
we also have something going on down here.
Oh.
She's a little seepage at the
Okay. Well, it doesn't
At the
matter.
accelerator.
I got a carb kit on the way.
Good. But it'd still be nice to hear it run off of this.
Yeah.
You're gonna crank it over until fuel squirts out? Nothing. Wet? Not wet?
A little bit wet,
Okay.
but it's like seems like it's way down. Okay, yeah, but there definitely is some.
All right.
So, I mean-
well, you
Let me make sure that we got some in here too. Yep.
Okay.
So our float valves are operating because
They're
we
just-
do have some fuel in there, but it just seems like everything with this carburetor was not set up properly. Like somebody slapped it on there, and you know, who knows? Maybe that's the reason the car got parked. They just got frustrated with it, and
it's a possibility because
you
they
know-
threw a lot of parts at it. Bud. Try it.
What's
Something not happy.
It's working!
Kind of makes the world different when you got the gas.
It's starting to come out. How's it looking?
It won. It won. Right?
Yeah, not very good, but we got to lower the back. Float bowl yet, and then we'll see. It might take a little bit. There's probably a bunch of junk in it and whatnot from sitting, so
That one a little bit more your liking?
that might be a little more adequate. Oh, there it goes.
It cracked. Wee.
So we gotta go.
Action's happening.
Yep. Oh.
Well, we're probably gonna bring the idle up a little bit.
Yeah.
She's
Still dumping fuel.
Yeah.
She is.
From what I could tell.
Yeah, sure looks it.
It's happy. Yeah.
Go there and look to see what it's at.
That's
I can't see it from
Papa.
It's close. I mean, you can take it down a little bit more. I'm gonna go with the half inch rubber. It's like this. Maybe go for it. Just check it out. I mean, we could do it the old school way and not even get out the vacuum gauge. We
Tune by ear.
Yep.
Let's actually do that. Let's do it the old school way. If we're on the side of the road and you're trying to set your carb up, so he's going to be working with the idle mixture screws, which are on the side of the primary bowl.
Nope. It seemed like you wanted more.
Now, how many turns did you go on?
That's about 2 out now.
2 out. So this is what, 1 1/4 you said, right?
Yep, 1 1/4. That's what I said now.
That should be. That's a quarter.
Oh.
That should be 2 1/4 where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna go.
3 1/4.
That's 2 1/8.
Nope, still going the wrong way.
Back to 2 1/8.
That's probably about right.
Hell yeah.
Jeez, man.
That's one with the timing.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like a little lazy.
Could be our accelerator pump, maybe,
Off a
leaking a little bit or something.
There's a little bit of.
You know what the funny thing is though? Sometimes it seems like you put fuel and stuff and like it slows stuff up and all of a sudden it works.
Well, no, it stopped leaking now.
That's pretty awesome.
So that carburetor right there, we kind of looked it up. Now, is this the exact same
It's
one?
pretty
Close.
much the modern exact thing.
Yep. That's the price tag on it. And for all the stuff that you bought with the Monty, well, you probably paid $20-$30 for that carb.
Yeah, that's probably about it.
And with a little bit of cleaning, but literally not even cleaning.
We just blew it out with a blowgun and set it
tossed
up
it on there and actually got it somewhat dialed in it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I wouldn't be afraid to throw that on something if you needed a carb quick.
No,
I mean,
definitely not.
probably not a bad idea to throw a rebuild kit at it, just get some fresh gaskets in it. But for $20 junkyard carb, I think you scored big time. I would take that as a win.
Yeah.
Winning. Yeah.
Well, do we keep this nonsense going with
we might as well put your 670 on it.
let's take a look, see how we're adjusted on our that's adjusted a little snugger than I like them for accelerator pump.
Oh, it was on a race application. It was on a high-powered 302 Ford.
I usually like to have them like just barely touching. That way you get the full stroke out of them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then too, you don't want them too tight too, because it'll bind up the spring as well. So you want to watch for that as well.
All right. Well,
what are our? Shall we see what? That kind of really stinks to get into, don't it? Let's see.
Well, I believe this is part of the Ford.
Oh, their kick down.
Throttle kick.
Yeah.
You know, with their linkages like that.
You setting these to 1 1/4?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, it was... All right, carburetor number 2 of the day, the Holley 670 Avenger. First thing you're going to go, oh my God, it's on backwards. Yeah, it's the only way we could get it with the... it's a dual feed carb. So this is the only way we can get it to fit on the, the intake. Because we have a bunch of other fittings, but none of them are going to be right, and none of it's going to work. So, just for demonstration purposes and carb setup purposes, it's going to go on backwards. Backwards carbonator. See what happens.
Ready?
Yep.
Fire in the hole.
Oh, man. Good, it's good. Besides the fuel leak.
This one's all the way up. Or this one, the top edge of it's like halfway in plate glass. Should I do something dumb and look at the throttle? That's up to you, bud. If I burn my arm off?
So conclusion on our backwards 670 here. Something's up with the front float, so we're gonna have to pull it apart and mess with it, but getting late in the day, so we're gonna tear it back off, the 350 in the green truck, and we're gonna throw the Elda junk back on, and we might try to tune the Edelbrock off camera just to try to get it to run better, because we never really touched it much. Pretty much got the truck running a few years ago when we bought it, and that was that. So what we're gonna be doing, like I said, get the 670 back off there and get the Edelbrock back on, but it's good to know. Got some work to do on that before that's ready for the engine that's going on, and our budget, extreme junkyard budget, $20 Holley works. The green truck will be back. Up next, we're gonna be tearing out our Turbo 350, but we just wanted to mess with some carbs first before we started digging into the truck. But Turbo 350's got to come out. We're gonna be doing, that's gonna be a whole video, and then we're also gonna be doing a Turbo 350 rebuild. Stay tuned. A lot of content coming up, as you guys always know, but the green truck officially back. Any closing notes?
You want to say goodbye to Uncle Freddie?
Jesus. What are we gonna do? What are we? Don't even, I'm speechless. But yeah, so that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you learned how to somewhat dial a carb in. No, it was interesting because every single carb we did today was a vacuum secondary carb, which is the first time I've ever touched that. But I think overall, hopefully we teached you. Hopefully we taught you a thing or two, and we'll see you next time here on Bone Your Valves. Get out in the garage, start wrenching on your projects, because your dreams will never work unless you do. We'll see you next time here on Boner Revivals. Thanks for watching.